Aquarius, hello, welcome to your reading. So I just got done recording Tarot Thursday reading, and now I'm focusing on your reading. I apologize that I probably look a little bit of a mess because I woke up naturally without an alarm, and then I sat up and I'm like, I have to do a reading. So like I'm not even really fully getting myself ready for the day. I just sat up and then felt like I needed to do tarot. Um, so first off, as I was getting ready to prepare myself for these readings this week, you guys came through very strongly on the kind of vibe that may be wanting to come through in this reading. And I really feel, or like I really saw for you guys, Aquarius, this this wave, like a wave. And I know that you guys aren't a water sign, though you guys do get mistaken for one all the time, just simply because you're an Aquarius. You have the word aqua in your name, and people immediately associate that with water, but you're not a water sign, you're an air sign. But yet I'm seeing these waves, and they're not calm, but they're not rough either. It's more like a bit bumpy, like if you've been on a boat and maybe either you're cruising along or or you're just kind of sitting there in the water relaxing. Either way, the water was calm, okay? But then you have this other boat that comes by and now you've got their wake, okay? And then it kind of gets a little bumpy through that wake. That's how I imagine the wave, is that bumpiness. So something may have come in and caused a bit of a bumpy wave. You were going with the flow, and then something came in and started causing a bump. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing definitely is just, yeah, this bit of a bump has kind of made you feel like this Knight of Swords moment where we may be feeling um, like something kind of keeping us up at night. We're a little bit worried, we're a bit anxious. But the rest of your cards, guys, I don't see any issues. This bump that you may be worried about isn't going to stick around, okay? Because I see you like going along, you're having a good time. You may have been somebody who has been keeping up with maybe some tarot readings and realizing, like, okay, year of the fire horse, this is going to be my year, this is going to be such a good year, I'm having a new beginning, this is going to be great. Um, so you're kind of maybe even starting to feel the effects from that, of just like good things are coming my way. We have the Knight of Wands here, which I have lately been associating this card with the Year of the Fire Horse, just because wands symbolize fire, and of course the Knight cards have a horse in them. So you may be even feeling the energy of that momentum, action-oriented energy, and you're just like, I'm in it, I'm ready to go, let's go. And then there's a bump. And then there's a bump. And we're weighing a little bit too much on that bump. Perhaps somebody else caused this bump. But Aquarius, you need to pick yourself up, refocus, get yourself back into that energy, tap into that energy, because that energy isn't gone. It's still there. But we need to not focus on the bump so much. Okay? Now, if this bump is something that's kind of out of your control, like let's say what's kind of coming through is like some kind of financial situation or housing situation. Obviously, we need to focus on that. Like, we can't just ignore it, but we need to understand that, yeah, we have this bump. Yeah, there's other things that I need to figure out, but that should not take you away from whatever it is that you were getting momentum on. Okay? Bumps are going to happen, but we need to not dwell on them so much. I do see a form of generosity coming in here with the Six of Pentacles. So somebody may be coming in to help you in this situation, help you in this bump. Um, this may be, I'm getting more so like an actual person coming through and helping you out, but this could also be a blessing from your spirit team, a blessing team from your, or a blessing from your guides coming in and helping you along. So there is help there. Um, I do see a form of a celebration coming in. Okay, so happiness, we're going to be happy again. Do not worry, we're going to be happy again. Keep your focus on your wishes and your dreams. They will be pouring in. Maybe you're also somebody who's just focused on, like, you've been putting in the work, but then you aren't seeing it coming in fast enough. Like maybe you kind of assumed, okay, Year of the Fire Horse, this is going to start. Think good things are going to be coming in my way, and I'm feeling the energy from it, but yet we're still we're still a little bit shaky, and then we have another bump, and now it's just like, but I thought things were supposed to get better. They are going to get better. Life is going to have bumps. It happens, but you still need to keep going. So keep that focus. I I honestly cannot remember all of the tarot cards and what signs that they are like, or what zodiac signs that they are connected to, but I really do feel I could be wrong, and somebody can correct me in the comments below. That's perfectly okay. Like, go ahead, correct me. But I'm getting such a strong Aquarius vibe from this card, so I kind of wonder if this is an Aquarius card, if the star card is attached to Aquarius. Um, because I feel like these two really go together. This may be where you are right now. You hit that bump and you're dwelling on it, but then we can stand back up and start pouring into our desires and our wishes and our goals. Okay? And we're standing so confidently doing that. So it's okay to dwell for a little bit, but we can't stay in that energy, okay? I do also get a sense of karma coming in your way. So this card in this deck takes place of the Justice card. So I do get a sense of good karma coming your way, and if anybody has caused you any harm, they're going to be getting their karma too. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Aquarius. Let's go ahead, get some oracle cards. Yes. This fire horse energy is not gone. It's still there. A rebirth is still happening. It just takes time for this energy and momentum to come in to really build up for you. You are going to be, excuse me, you are going to be rebirthing yourself. You are going to be starting a new beginning. You are transforming. Your life is transforming. Okay, but we just need to give it the energy some time, okay? Yeah, okay. So we've we've put in the work. We've gone through challenges, obstacles. Um, we've done the deep dive into our shadow work, um, done a lot of reflection, and now it's time for that to end, okay? And we are coming out of that. So like we're going through the underworld, but now it's time for you to go on the what's his name? What's his name? Okay. But jumping into this boat, is it Chiron? Jumping into this boat, going down the river of Styx, birthing into something new. Your manifestations are being initiated. You are being initiated into this powerful energy, into what has always been meant for you. Your guides definitely are on your side. You are being protected, you are being watched over, and you are going to find peace. You are going to find peace. Do not dwell on the bumps. I feel like another card from this deck wants to come out. Yeah. Initiation, graduation. Maybe for some of you, you are literally graduating, um, like from college or something. Hit a little bit of a bump getting there, but no matter what this graduation is, whether it's literally graduating, like grabbing a diploma, going up on that stage, grabbing your diploma, or graduating into a new cycle, into a new phase in your life, that initiation, that transformation is still there. You've done the work. You are birthing something new. You are going to be finding peace and happiness and celebration. Aquarius, I apologize. I was going through your reading and then I didn't know that my recording stopped. So I had to look back and see where it stopped at. And yeah, I didn't notice and I kept going and now I'm a little bit messed up. Um, but we're gonna go ahead and review some more of your cards. So I do believe I have seen that we stopped at graduation. Okay, so literal graduation, but whatever that means for you, um, graduating in a new, getting to a new cycle, graduating at the end. Um, I do want to say though, as we go, there were cards that popped up that had the number 10 on it, and 10 usually symbolizes a ending. And then when we, in numerology, break that down, we don't count zeros. So it leaves us at a 1, and a 1 begins a cycle. And so I'm noticing with the Wheel of the Year card here, as I'm like cleaning up to backtrack a little bit on our reading, since I didn't know the recording stopped, the Wheel of the Year card is a number 10 card. The graduation is also a 10 card. It says 28, but 2 plus 8 is 10. Yeah, okay, so tens all around. And then you have the number 1 here with birth, starting a new beginning. I don't think I see any other tens. Okay. But regardless, you are at endings and beginnings. So we're going to go through all of these emotion cards that fell out for you. So I'm going to start off with things that you need to really let go of. Things that maybe you also need to reflect on that could be in your past. Things that you need to just do a dive in, go into the underworld here, okay, with the challenges and obstacles and stuff. There may be some further clearing, further healing that you need to do in order to get to this ending point to birth something new. So, because I was seeing this as this bump possibly having happened before, And you picking up on that and realizing, "Oh, no, I don't want this. This can't be happening again. Things are supposed to be getting better. Things are getting better, but there may be something here that we may need to like learn. Like, how are you going to deal with the situation now? Have we learned? Have we learned? Okay. But we can also use it as motivation to be like, no, I don't want this to happen again. I need to keep moving forward. So we don't want to dwell on that Nine of Swords. We don't want to dwell on sadness. So, sadness is an inner healing process that helps you process loss and pain. When you feel sadness, give yourself time and space, and it is the as it is the new bleh, as it is the source of strength to start anew. Okay, so use this bump as your strength to start something new. We also have fear coming through, so you really need to question, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid that this old situation has now presented itself again? Are you afraid of other things getting in the way? What are we afraid of? And then how can we let it go? So fear is a response to the unknown, reminding you to address the doubts deep within. By facing fear, you will discover your courage and potential, overcoming fear and embracing greater challenges. We also have shame coming through. So that may be something else that you need to ask yourself too. What are we ashamed of? So shame stems from judgments of yourself or others, making you feel unworthy or insufficient. When you feel shame, remind yourself that you are a complete and unique individual. True growth comes from accepting all parts of yourself and healing with love. Okay, so there is still healing that needs to be done. And then what are we ashamed of ourselves? Are we ashamed of the past? What are we ashamed of? What are we afraid of? What's making us sad? And how can we let it go? Resistance is the emotion, and also how you can move forward, move on from that, heal that, and learn from it. Learn from it. We also have resistance. So, like, what are you resisting? Is the fear keeping you resistant? Is the shame keeping you resistant? Is the sadness keeping you resistant? So resistance is the emotion of opposing change or unwillingness to face reality, leaving you feeling stuck or restricted. When resistance appears, it reminds you to address the fears and insecurities within, letting go of the need for control and accepting the current situation so you can find a new path. Okay, so one thing I like about this deck with the emotion cards here is that even the negative ones have a good meaning to them, and a source of just like, this is just your body reacting to protect you. But what can it teach you? Okay, what can it teach you? And so we also have trust coming through. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe. Okay, so trust is the firm belief in the universe and the choices you make, no matter how the road looks right now. So, no matter how bumpy it may be right now, you trust that it'll get better and trust that you will keep moving forward. So trust will guide you to the right direction. When you trust yourself, the universe supports your journey, helping you to manifest your dreams. We also have anticipation coming through, so definitely anticipating this fire horse energy, this momentum, this new beginning. Like, you can feel it and you just want it to get here, but you're like, why isn't it here yet? Isn't it supposed to come in by now? The new year just started. The new Chinese year just started. Okay, we need to allow the energy to build, but you also need to learn to release and let go and learn and allow yourself that even if things get bumpy, that you're still going to move forward. So anticipation is the desire for the future, filling you with energy and motivation. When anticipation arises, it will guide your direction and inspire you to work toward your goals. Let anticipation fuel your success. We also have forgiveness coming through. So what do you need to forgive? Do you need to forgive yourself? Do you need to forgive something in the past? What is it that you need to forgive? So forgiveness is a release from past hurts, allowing you to free yourself from negative emotions. When you forgive others or yourself, your soul heals and a new beginning unfolds. So forgive, let go, and then this new beginning is going to come in. So passion. Passion doesn't necessarily need to be romantic. I'm getting more of a sense, and maybe it could be romantic for some of you, but I'm getting more of a sense that this is passion towards what you desire, what it is that you want to bring in. Okay, so passion is the driving force that propels you forward, representing your love and commitment to life. When you feel passion, it means you are moving toward what you truly desire and your heart is full of endless power. Okay. And then once we're able to forgive and let go of things and bring in this passion and anticipation and really start propelling ourselves forward, we're going to feel so free. Okay, just like the fire horse, feeling so free. Freedom is the state of being unbound in your heart, giving you the power to choose and live autonomously. When freedom enters your life, it reminds you to break free from constraints and live in a way that truly aligns with who you are. Okay, and then the next bit of cards I went through from this deck, you only have 4. You have take risks. So, are we afraid to take risks? We need to ask ourselves that. Wings unfold when you leap into the void. So, you may need to be taking more risks and leaping forward. We also have protect your peace. Lush gardens have invisible fences. So, I was talking about how this card has popped up in a reading before, and I was talking about how I described it then, I think really still matters now. And I don't know, maybe it could have been in a past Aquarius reading. I don't know. I don't remember where it was from. But what I imagine is like you tending your garden. You have put in the work, and now you're seeing things bloom. And then somebody or something comes along and causes a bump. So, Spirit is encouraging you to protect that garden, protect your boundaries, protect you, okay? And so we have invisible fences. So I kind of imagine this energetic wall, this energetic fence going around your space, you, your garden, your home, okay? You see them coming, but your energy isn't allowing them to see you. Your energy instead is giving off this message of like, no, go away, not right now. I am busy. I am not available. They pick up on that energy and they're like, oh, okay. And then they turn around and they walk away. It doesn't cause anybody harm, but it does protect you and it protects your garden. It protects what you're growing. So that's kind of what I'm imagining to help you visualize to keep your boundaries. We also have travel. Every crossed border expands the soul's map. So this could be literal travel for some of you, but I'm also just picking up on the fact that this is just travel in general in your life, like your life's journey. And then we have attract prosperity. Money flows like rivers, dig channels of gratitude. And this is being grateful, showing gratitude for, of course, the good things that are coming in. And you're going like, finally, yay, I'm starting to see something happening. Thank you so much. But we also need to be grateful for even the little bumps that help keep us motivated. Be grateful for where you are now. Be grateful for the past lessons that have led you here now, no matter how hard they were. Okay, to be like, thank you, Spirit, thank you, Universe, for teaching me that lesson and helping me get to this point and helping me stand my ground. Okay. So we have these that popped through. So we do have the scythe that came through, and this definitely symbolizes that fear. But I was also picking up on the fact that this is a quick pain. Okay, so it may feel dangerous, especially if it's something that has popped up before, but it's quick. It's a quick pain, and you're going to be able to let it go. Okay, this is just a temporary thing that's making you feel afraid and insecure, maybe even inexperienced. Maybe there's something that's coming through with that, maybe with a job or something. But whatever we're afraid of, it's just a quick pain. This bump is a quick pain. We have new beginnings coming through with the stork. So definitely change in movement going forward. Could actually be moving house, so maybe that's where the travel card is coming through. But definitely just more so new beginnings, movement, and change coming through. We also have the bear, which is symbolizing strength. And so I picked up on the bear being number 10, having number 10 here up at the top of the card. I'm also seeing that the scythe is also 10 on here. Okay, so this ending is a quick pain. But what you are also bringing in is new strength. You're ending with strength and you're starting with strength. Okay. And then we have Lily here, which for me in this deck, when I'm reading this, does symbolize that new beginning as well. But I'm getting also the fact that you are standing in your own power, and you're also able to balance this power with action and self-care. This card also says passion as well, so there's definitely passion here. Allow your passion to fuel your wishes and your desires and your goals, your momentum as well. And then we also have book here, which is another 10. Okay, so another endings and beginnings card here. And what I was saying with the book was that the book symbolizes things that are hidden. It makes me think of the moon card in tarot, where we have illusions. We're not quite clear on everything. Things are still uncertain. We also have secrets, we have hidden knowledge. And so when I think of a book, when you pick up a brand new book, all you really know is like the title, the author, the synopsis. You know the cover. Okay. It's only when you open the book and start reading the pages do you start to gain knowledge. And so that's kind of how life works too. We're presented something new, or we're starting a new journey, we're starting a new beginning. Things are still uncertain because not the story hasn't fully unfolded yet. So we need to go through the pages. But you need to remember that in a story, there's also needs to be conflict. There needs to be conflict because the main character, who is you, needs to learn a lesson, needs to maybe build their confidence, okay, which would be part of a lesson. But what comes after a conflict is a resolution, is an ending. Okay, so that's what you're leaning towards. So you're going from one story, one ending, to a new one. You're leaving an old book and now you're reading a new one. You finished the first book in a series and now you're on to the sequel. Okay? That's how I'm seeing that coming in for you guys. So now let's get into the new cards that I didn't get into yet, and then we'll get into these and we'll do an affirmation and we'll end your reading here, okay? So we have first popping up is decay. And I see this as just decaying of the old, okay? An ending, what no longer serves you because you've already gone through it, and now it's time for a new beginning. I know what the image on this card isn't this, but it makes me think of the water card because you see, we have the circle. Sorry, I'm like mirroring myself. I'm going against the camera. Okay, we got a circle here, and then we have this blue like tint that's kind of making like a triangle. Okay, making a point. And it kind of looks like a water drop to me. But it's not like the water card in, I don't know, did you have the water card pop up? No, you did not. Let me look for it just so you guys, because like I'm a visual person, and so maybe some of you are as well, and it will help you visually see what I'm trying to say. But what I see from this decay card is that that water has dried up because it's not as prominent of like as a typical water drop. It's dried up, and now it's time. There we go. And now it's time to find new water. You kind of see that? Maybe it's just me, but I can see it. This is your new water. This is the water that's dried up. Okay. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that water card there for you because that's a new water. That's a new beginning. This water card also has a rainbow on it, symbolizing new beginnings. This also has rainbow colors on it. I'm seeing harmony. This is kind of making me think chakra. And so alignment as well. We're wisdom, gaining wisdom from the past, because we've learned those lessons. And if they present themselves again, like even with this bump, we know how to navigate through it. And then that bump isn't going to really be present for very long. We also have influence. Influence from others, but could also just be influence from the energy right now that we're going through with with the new year, this fire horse energy coming through, so that's an influence there. Influence from this time that we would need for reflection, influence from anticipation, um, influence from passion, but also influence from just like planetary alignments right now, because I do believe, I forget, is it Neptune? Or Uranus? I can't remember now. Saturn? I don't know. I think it might be Neptune. Something there that is in alignment, whatever the planet alignment is right now, influencing you, your chart, your personal chart. There was also something that I've heard about Mars. I'm still learning astrology, so I'm not going to go into like full detail. When I do talk about astrology in my readings, I usually have a plan to talk about it. This time, it was not planned. It just came through, and now I'm like, shoot, I don't know what to say about it. So, there's something I remember hearing about Mars at play right now. There's also Mercury retrograde, the effects from a Mercury retrograde coming through right now. So, that's also affects communications and stuff, technology, the mind. Something like that coming through. So influence from that, influence from your guides as well, helping you, protecting you, maybe giving you little nudges to help guide you. So we're going to end here with affirmation cards. Ooh, I wanted to pop. Like this one and this one. Okay. So we have here quite a few. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Letting go of fear, bringing in freedom. My fearless freedom lights up the world, lighting up your world. And people are going to notice a difference about you too. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. So forgetting what you think you need and just going with the flow of things. Um, Maybe this bump kind of caused something that, yeah, interfered with what you thought you needed, but then we learned something new by going through what we've been talking about and gaining new wisdom. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So you can surrender to the powerful presence of love. Again, self-love doesn't have to be romantic. It can be any kind of love, any form of love, your passion, um, through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So yeah, it's really going through and releasing certain emotions like the fear, the sadness, the shame, um, trusting that you can do this. Because maybe you also questioning yourself of whether or not you can do this. You can, you definitely can. Otherwise, it would not be there for you to take. Because you are graduating into your powerful self, to who you've always meant to be. Okay. I honor how I want to feel. How do you want to feel? Maybe that's a question that you need to ask yourself. While you're doing this like reflection and healing and stuff, how do you want to feel? Last one. When I lean toward love, I am led. When you lean toward your passions, you are led. Okay. So, Aquarius, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for coming by and listening to this reading. I hope it helped you. I hope it resonated with you. You can go ahead and leave a like down below. You can also comment and subscribe. I also have platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, so you can follow me there as well. The support there is always appreciated. I post my shorts on there that I also post here on YouTube. So if you're interested in following me on those platforms, always appreciated. Thank you so much. But other than that, yeah, that is all I have for you today. I am sending you so much love, healing, and blessings your way, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!